Basketball isn't just a sport, it's drama, it's chaos, it's legacy and motion. Every now and then, the NBA gives us a moment so insane, so historic, it feels like it was pulled straight out of a movie script. These are the once-in-a-lifetime highlights, the moments where time slows down, jaws hit the floor, and fans everywhere realize this is why we watch the game. From cold-blooded buzzer beaters to shocking brawls, record-shattering nights to last-second glory. These are the moments that only happen once in a million games. Let's jump in. 10th. Ray Allen saves Miami's dynasty. Game 6, 2013 NBA Finals. The Heat are seconds away from elimination. LeBron misses the three. Spurs fans are already behind the ropes, ready to celebrate. Then, chaos. Chris Bosh grabs the rebound, kicks it out to Ray Allen. Backpedaling into the right corner, fading, off balance. Splash. The shot tied the game with 5.2 seconds left and broke the hearts of an entire franchise. Miami would go on to win in overtime and take Game 7 for back-to-back titles. That 4-second sequence may be the most clutch moment in finals history. One rebound, one pass, one shot, forever. 9. Klay's 14 threes, a splash of madness. On October 29, 2018, Klay Thompson didn't just shoot threes, he entered another dimension. He hit 14 three-pointers in one game, breaking Steph Curry's record. The wild part? He did it in 27 minutes, playing just 3 quarters. Klay was unconscious, sprinting off screens, catching, firing, net barely moving. The crowd was feeding off it, his teammates were feeding him the ball, and Klay was feeding everyone buckets. Even in a league that lives and dies by the three, this was different. This wasn't just hot shooting. This was historic combustion. 8. The decision that shook the league.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
With that one sentence, LeBron James flipped the entire NBA upside down. In 2010, LeBron, two-time MVP and Cleveland's golden child, left his hometown team in a nationally televised special to join Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. The league went nuclear. Fans burned jerseys. Cavs owner Dan Gilbert wrote a Comic Sans hate letter. Super teams became the norm. It wasn't just a free agency move, it was the start of the modern NBA era. And whether you loved it or hated it, you absolutely felt it. 7. Kawhi's bouncing buzzer beater. Game 7, Raptors vs. Sixers. Tie game. Clock winding down. Kawhi Leonard drives to the right corner, pulls up over Joel Embiid, fades. Shot goes up. Then the ball bounces. Once, twice, 3 times, 4. And in absolute silence, it drops. The first ever Game 7 buzzer beater in NBA history. That shot didn't just send Toronto to the conference finals, it changed the entire championship landscape, and eventually, it delivered the Raptors their first ever ring. Kawhi didn't scream. He squatted in the corner and watched his masterpiece land. Iconic. 6. Malice at the Palace. November 19, 2004. Pistons vs. Pacers. It was just a regular foul, but then Ron Artest laid down on the scorer's table. A fan threw a drink. Artist went into the stands. What followed was pure chaos. Players punching fans, fans fighting back, broadcasters stunned. The Malice at the Palace changed the NBA forever. Dozens of suspensions, millions in fines, security rules rewritten. It's still the most infamous night in league history, and a reminder that basketball can spiral into something far bigger in a flash. 5. Kobe's 81-point inferno. It wasn't a blowout. It wasn't a stat-padding night. The Lakers were losing to the Raptors when Kobe Bryant said, "Enough." 81 points, 55 in the second half, 7 threes, 90% from the line. Every shot was a statement. He dragged LA from 18 down to a double-digit win. The Raptors tried everything. Nothing worked. Only Wilt Chamberlain has scored more in a single game. But Kobe's 81 felt personal, raw, ruthless. One of the greatest solo performances in sports history. 4th, Luka gets traded. The NBA breaks the internet. February 1st, 2025. Nobody believed it until it happened. The Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers. A 25-year-old generational superstar, gone. One day, he's the franchise. The next, he's in Hollywood, paired with LeBron James in a blockbuster that sent shockwaves across the league. Dallas cited injury concerns and long-term risk. But fans saw the unthinkable. Even the untouchables aren't safe. Luka wasn't just traded, he was blindsided. If it can happen to him, it can happen to anyone. Welcome to the new NBA. 3. Michael Jordan's flu game. Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals. The series tied 2-2. Jordan can barely stand, dehydrated, sick, pale. Still, he drops 38 points on the Utah Jazz in one of the gutsiest performances ever. He clutches Scottie Pippen walking off the court, exhausted. But the job was done. The flu game isn't about points. It's about heart. It's about refusing to lose. It's why Jordan is Jordan. 2. Wilt's 100-point night. It sounds made up, like playground legend. 100 points in a single game. March 2nd, 1962. No three-point line, no overtime, just sheer dominance. 36 field goals, 28 free throws, a final score of 169,147, and a hand scrawled 100 sign that became iconic. Nobody's done it since. Maybe nobody ever will. 1. The last shot. Game 6, 1998 NBA Finals. 18.9 seconds left. The Bulls down by 1. Jordan steals the ball from Karl Malone, comes down the court, crosses over Brian Russell, and pulls up. Swish. Bulls up 87-86. The shot that sealed their 6th title. Jordan's final bucket as a Chicago Bull. No timeouts, no panic, just greatness. It was more than a shot. It was the end of an era, and it was perfect. These aren't just highlights. They're turning points, shockwaves, legends in the making. Moments that made fans scream, cry, laugh, or simply stare at the screen in disbelief. The NBA is filled with talent, but every now and then, the universe aligns, and we get something bigger than basketball. And those are the one-in-a-million moments.